Yep. Once again, very good morning, and thanks for joining over the Monday. Okay, very good. Yeah. See, one thing before we start. Okay. So whatever the sessions we are going to take in care. Okay. So if you go to our playlist, so if you go to Azure SQL Champ YouTube channel, if you go to the playlist, your batch is batch 46. Okay. Majority of the time by evening. Okay. So for whole this week, by majority of the time evening, we will make it as a public. So next week onwards, we'll make as a private. So first 10 sessions will be public. Okay. So you don't need a specific access to authenticate and to watch the recordings. And mostly we'll go into the portal also. Okay. So Azure SQL Champ. Okay, so we'll make into the portal by mostly by this weekend. Okay, we'll make it to the portal. So we will create your batch. Okay, batch 46. Okay, batch 46, and we'll move everyone to the portal also. So we'll upload in two locations because we are having some issues while granting the permission over the YouTube. Okay, that's the reason we are having our own website, and where you can go and log in and you can register here and you can start accessing the videos. So mostly next week onwards, will maybe everything will be going to the portal level. That time because uh, from this batch onwards, we are trying to implement everyone to move into the portal. First thing, and second thing is, so why we are moving to the portal is there are a lot of advantages here. So we will set some restrictions and we will set some assignments. Okay, see, for example, this 2 weeks, whatever we covered so far, we'll keep one assignment. Okay, once you complete the assignment only, then you will go on the next sessions. Okay, that set of assignments we are planning, and you must and should watch the previous session before you go to the next session. Okay, so we are setting some restrictions. Mostly in this week, we'll plan and we'll move into the portal. Okay, once we got stable, will everyone to move to the portal. Not only SQL for, so we are having SQL, we are having Oracle, we are having Postgres, we are having Mongo, and we are planning Power BI. Mostly, yeah, Kamal is already there. So we will talk to Kamal, and we'll also planning for the Power BI. Okay, so we are trying to bring the other technologies as well. So everything will be here itself. So we are in the currently we are setting the home page. Okay, so don't see currently we not set the home page. Okay, so we'll set the home page by this week, and we'll start allowing you to access the portal, to go to the portal itself to watch the recordings. Not only this one, and we are trying to bring the app as well. So almost everything is ready. We done the verification, we done the payments, everything is ready. You will get the app for your mobile. You can go to the app and you can start watching the our sessions over the app. You no need to log into the portal, all the stuff from the app. Also, you can try to access the sessions. So most probably in next one mostly 1 week will stable the portal. Now here we are coming up with the blocks also. Okay, for SQL I will update little late blocks. Okay, for first I need to do for the Postgres people, because for them we haven't started the blocks or material. So parallelly we'll do for SQL, parallelly we'll do for the Postgres also. Then slowly we'll try to bring the MongoDB, and slowly we'll try to bring the Oracle and other technologies, whatever we are trying to come up. So we'll find the blocks, and we will also get the books also. Okay, free books. Here itself will get the free books. Okay, related to SQL, related to Postgres, related to Mongo, books, blogs, and free sessions, and webinars. So that is the one we are good to plan from the December. Okay, mostly next week onwards we are planning the webinars. You also be part of those webinars. Okay, maybe couple of things are little advanced level. Okay, but it's okay. Try to go to the webinar. Try to make the participant in the webinar and try to grab the knowledge. Maybe at the after 1 month or 1.5 month, you can understand what we had discussed in the webinar. Okay, so as I told you right in the day one itself, it's very difficult to complete, take all the live sessions within span of 2 months, 2.5 months. So that's the reason we are planning for the webinars. Okay, those webinars, most of the webinars will be in the public, so everyone can access. Okay, and if you're participating in those webinars, well and good, because you can grab more knowledge apart from live sessions. So those webinars are good, all are highly featured in not only SQL. We are also trying to plan for Postgres also, like the webinars how we are planning for SQL. For the Postgres people also we are planning. Mostly will come up from the December. Okay. See, what kind of webinars Subbu those are means, maybe we are completely focusing on the Azure cloud. Assume this is Azure cloud. We are currently focusing on the Azure cloud. Some people are requesting, hey, I need AWS also. Okay, so both are two different cloud providers. One is AWS, one is Azure. So I am not able to get a chance to take the live sessions in AWS because we are having a lot of content in the SQL. To discuss SQL itself, we are struggling a lot. So maybe I will try to come up with a webinar to deploy EC2 instance, how to deploy EC2 instance on AWS, how to deploy RDS in AWS, how to access. So like that, we are planning for webinars, or at least so that you'll get to know, oh, okay, I know AWS platform as well, I know Azure as well. So Azure, we are discussing completely live sessions. For SQL folks, for Postgres, our main focus will be AWS. For the Postgres, we are discussing completely on the AWS. For SQL, we are discussing completely on the Azure. So Postgres people are requesting Azure, and SQL people are requesting AWS, vice versa. So both of them, it will be very helpful. So we are trying to bring up with the webinars. Okay. Will you directly bring the AWS into the SQL Server? Means as of now, no. First, we need to complete most of the features which we are not able to cover in the live sessions. First, let them complete. Then I will try to bring the webinars for the AWS also. Means how to deploy SQL on AWS platform over the EC2 instance. Okay, and how to access, how the networks are working in AWS, how S3 buckets are working in AWS, how RDS is working in AWS. In case if I get a chance to work with the AWS, okay, how much knowledge will I gain? Means that much I will share, sir. So that is what our main plan of webinars, okay, which we are not able to cover in the live sessions. Those concepts we are picking as a webinar, and we'll call you in a week one from December month onwards. Okay, in the starting 1 or 2 months, we'll plan for every week 2 webinars. Like Tuesday, we'll plan one webinar, and Saturday, not Saturday, mostly Friday, will provide you gap of three days, and try to bring a webinar. So in that webinar, mostly we'll discuss one concept, or maybe we discuss two concepts. If it is a very small concept, we will discuss two concepts in that week, or we will stick with only one concept in that whole week. So that is how we are planning for the webinars, so that you can gain more knowledge apart from the live sessions. Okay, those will be the public, you will get the access. So mostly in this week, so once we stable and once we confirm all the students, then we'll move into the portal. Okay, meanwhile you'll also get access for the app also. I think we are planning for I'm not sure about iOS we are talking. Let's talk to Sai once, okay, whether we are having any iOS app designing. For Android currently we are working for Android. Okay, and slowly we'll try to bring the for the iOS also device. Meanwhile, for iOS people, means who are using iPhone, definitely they need to go to the portal. Okay. That is the first thing. Okay, you no need to wait, means you no need to wait for uh, whether Subbu is sharing the video link or Sai is sharing the video link. Okay, whole this week. Okay, by evening we'll try to upload in this playlist. So this is your primary playlist. Even in the portal, when you go to the portal, also we'll create the batch 46 playlist. Okay, so where we will grant you the permission, you need to go to that portal and you can access that playlist. Both are having same videos only. Okay, vice versa, same links. So either you can go to the portal or you can go to the YouTube. You will get the our batch 46. So from the upcoming week onwards, you no need to wait, sir. Within once our session is done, within 30 minutes to 40 minutes, we'll upload it. So you no need to wait for longer time. And from next week onwards, everything will keep in the running. See, uh, SQL running nodes is little lesser, but for Postgres, all of them, other like a MongoDB, Postgres, they are having a lot of running nodes. So for SQL, we'll have little less running nodes because everything we are showing is a graphical user interface, majority of the stuff. So if in case any running nodes, we'll keep in the video description. So all the whatever we discussed so far, we just kept in the video description. Go and watch the video description. Okay, everyone do while you are watching the sessions. Okay, yeah, that's it. Mostly, you may get a chance to know about AWS as well, but our primary focus will be Azure only in the whole training. Mostly in the month of Feb next year, Feb, you will get AWS concept because meanwhile I need to complete lot of concept. Let's complete those webinars and I try to bring the AWS into it. Okay, is it clear, everyone? So what kind of webinars we are planning from December onwards, means next month, next week onwards. So maybe you are new, the people who are new to the SQL, you can also understand, sir, because those are the concepts. See, those are not any majority of the stuff. There is no dependency. All are individual concepts like CDC, extended events, partitions, query stores. Second, sir. What? 1 second, sir. 1 second. I will back. Okay. Baby is calling. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah. Is it clear, everyone? No? Any questions? Okay. Yeah. Back to our sessions. Okay. Yeah. I think we are in the middle of lazy writer. We discussed checkpointer. We discussed lazy writer. We discussed wall files. Uh, and we discussed so open rees. Okay, fine. We are good. Okay. So we discuss about uh, clean page. We discuss about dirty page. Clean page is nothing but the page within the buffer. You've not done any modification. Technically, those pages will call it as a clean page. Means the page in the buffer and the page in the MDF file both are same. Then we'll call it as a clean page. If you start modifying the data and there is some changes between MDF file and buffer, then these pages will call it as a dirty page. Before it move to the MDF file, every changes need to log in the LEF file to fulfill the wall concept. And who is going to move the data from the buffer to disk means check pointer. So we are having automatic checkpoint, we are having indirect checkpoint, we are having manual checkpoint, we are having internal checkpoint. Internal checkpoint only certain operations will do. No, don't touch the automatic checkpoint. If you want to touch the checkpointer, go for the indirect checkpoint. It is a DV level. And the lazy writer is always in the sleepy mode. It is also both are internal process. Lazy writer will be the sleepy mode whenever RAM is getting full to make RAM healthy. So lazy writer will trigger and start clearing the pages, flushing the pages. Okay, check pointer never flush the page, but lazy writer will try to flush the page. And lazy writer, you don't have any control, so you can control the checkpoint. And we are having different types of checkpoint, but lazy writer, we don't have any different types. We don't have any control. Okay, lazy writer will flush us the pages from the buffer to make RAM is healthy. So if someone is asking differences, these are well and good. Okay, any questions on these 5 concepts, which are very important? No? Yes? Okay. If everyone is good, then let's go for the eager writers. Okay, this is very simple writer internally, not doing that much great, but will anyone ask you means no sir, but try to understand the logic. Okay, very simple logic. See, there is a concept called bulk operation. There is a concept called bulk operation. When we are going for recovery model, we'll talk about the bulk. We'll talk about the bulk operations. When you are doing the bulk operation and your recovery model is bulk locked. See, there is a concept for recovery model, one of the most important concept, and that is the first concept we are going to discuss after our installation. So tomorrow mostly we'll start installing the SQL Server. Okay, once we complete the installation, we'll talk more on the recovery model. The first concept we'll talk about the recovery model. See, when you specially go for the recovery model, there is a concept called bulk locked. Bulk, sorry, bulk locked means bulk operations, sir. Okay, whenever you are performing bulk operations, and to improve the bulk operations, we will switch to bulk log recovery model. Bulk operation is nothing but a massive data load. Okay, you are performing massive business operations, massive, sir. Okay, like the 1 billion records, 10 billion records, 20 billion records, 50 billion records. You are performing a massive load on the database, and you wanted to improve that performance. You wanted to improve the performance. Then how we will try to improve is we will try to switch the bulk log recovery model, but majority of the stuff we won't switch it, sir, because this is little dangerous operation. But in technically speaking, how we need to understand, if we are performing any bulk operation, if we are performing any bulk operation internally, eager writer is helping. Internally, eager writer is helping page creations, page load. See, when you are loading the data, you need pages. Okay, so you see. For example, there is a table called employee. In this table, currently 1,000 pages are allocated, and thousand pages, almost 950 pages consumed with the data, and only 50 pages are free. Now you are loading a 10 billion records. Okay, 10 billion records. You started loading 10 billion records. To load 10 billion records, massive load, you need minimum to minimum, for example, 20,000 pages. Okay. Now what it will do? It will go to the GAM page. Okay, it will go to the GAM page, get the pages. Okay. Once the pages are created, once the extents are allocated to this employee table, nothing but pages are creating. Once the pages got created, it will copy to the buffer, start load the data, and write into the MDF file. That is see, LDF is very important, sir. It is also log into LDF. Subbu is not saying about LDF. That is a hierarchy. You no need to directly, you won't make any changes in the MDF file. Make a note down. So even I'm skipping also, you need to understand, okay, whatever the changes we are doing in the buffer, every changes will log into the LDF file. That is a basic agenda. Now, in this case, okay, when you are doing a bulk operations, when you are doing a massive bulk operations, okay, so how eager writer is helping means the page creation, okay, page copy, page write. It is creating, copying, writing are doing parallelly with help of eager writer. With help of eager writer, the page creation, page copy, page writing will be parallel operation. Means little faster when you compare with the traditional approach. Means the page first it need to go to the MDF file, page need to be created, that it need to be copied, then it will wait some time, then it will write because internally checkpoint need to trigger, internally lazy writer need to trigger. So when you are doing the bulk operation, SQL Server can understand when your recovery model is bulk logged. SQL can understand, sir, whether you are performing bulk operations or traditional operation. SQL can capture with the help of some keywords. With the help of some keywords, SQL can understand. So, especially what you need to remember, okay, if I'm performing any bulk operation, in the background, eager writer is coming into the picture and helping the page creation, page write in a parallel. In a parallel, is it clear? That's it, sir. You no need to think too much technical, and no one will ask about this one. And overall in my journey, no one asked this question. As a DBA, we must and should know if someone is asking what is eager writer is doing in the background. Eager writer is helping when you are performing bulk operation, page creation, page writing in parallel. In parallel. Got it? No? Yes, everyone? Are you there? Everyone? So silent.
Yeah, so go understand. Not an issue.
Okay. This is a simple writers are not that much great, but technically speaking, eager writer is helping when you are performing the bulk operations. I am not that much confidence in the bulk operations. So what do you mean? All the, no worries, sir. I told you right when we are discussing recovery model, I will talk about the bulk log recovery model, bulk operation, little more. You can get the knowledge. As of now, what you need to remember, eager writer is helping when you are performing bulk operation. The page creation, page writing will be happen parallelly. Happen parallelly. Okay,
So
fine.
I have one question. So
Yes.
it will be not write in LDF file directly. It will
I
communicate
told you
to.
right. I told you right. That is an internal mechanism. No one can stop it. Every change, whatever you are doing, need to go for LDF file. Okay.
Okay.
See, whatever you are writing to the MDF file, everything must and should go to the LDF files. That is an internal mechanism. No one will stop. Not eager writer, any other writer will stop. Okay. But I don't want bring the
Got it.
LDF into here. I don't want bring LDF into here. To explain clearly, okay, write page in SQL Server. Okay. How the writes are happening when you go to the right page in SQL Server. So there is a concept called lazy writer, there is a concept called eager writer, there is a concept called check pointer. These are the three operations, right, which is writing the data to the MDF file and LDF file. See, LDF file is a basic. You no need miss out that one. See, the eager writer is a process writing the dirty pages associated with the minimally logged operation, nothing but bulk log recovery model. When your database is in bulk log recovery model, then eager writer will come into the picture. Otherwise, there is no concept called eager writer. What do you mean by bulk log recovery model? That's what sir I told you, right? I will talk more in the upcoming classes. So the eager writer process write the dirty pages associated with the minimally logged operations such as bulk inserts and select into. When you are using any keywords called bulk insert and a keyword called select into, this process allows the creating and writing the new pages to the place of parallel. It is improving the performance. Who is improving the performance? Eager writer is improving the performance while your recovery model is bulk logged and you are performing bulk insert select into. Who is going to perform? Your apps team, developers, testers, they are doing so. You are not loading any data. Mostly, majority of the time, you won't load any data. Who will load? your apps team, your developers will try to load the data. So what do you mean by minimally logged? Because this is very, very important. You should understand, sir. I will come back this concept in the recovery model. As of now, in a basic to understand, okay, eager writer is coming into the picture only when my database in bulk log recovery model. Okay, when my database in bulk log recovery model and I am performing bulk operation, the page creation, page writing will do parallelly, which will improve my bulk operation performance. Yes. See, when you go to the any database, there are three types of recovery models. Okay. When you go to the options, there are three types of recovery: simple, full, simple, bulk log. If you keep your database in bulk log recovery model and you are performing bulk operation, then eager writer will come into the picture. If you are in the full, there is no concept called eager writer. If you are in simple, there is no concept called eager writer. Only in the bulk log recovery model. And you are performing these two operations, bulk inserts and select into. Then only eager writer will come into the picture. Otherwise, no, sir. So
Got it, Subbu.
what is bulk log recovery model? What is full? What is simple? That's what I told you, right? Once we complete the installation, we'll start the concept. Within this week only, we'll complete the recovery model. Okay? Everyone, is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Yeah, good.
Subbu, this case will be insert and select. What about the update case?
Select into. No, select into. Select
Okay,
into.
select.
No, select. Okay?
Okay,
Select into
okay.
is nothing but you are creating again. Select into is nothing but you are creating.
Yeah,
1
I
second.
understand.
1
Yes.
second. Okay, it is also creating. See, update, delete, we no need to think that much, right? You already having the data in the pages, sir. It is not creating whatever the data existing, either you are updating, whatever the existing, you are deleting, right? When the problem will start, when you are loading the data. See, when you are creating, means inserts. When you are inserting, you need the pages, right? You need the extents, you need the pages. For delete and update, no need, right? Already there is a data. Either what is the existing data you are updating, whatever the existing data you are deleting. That time no pages creation will happen, right? Kamal,
Yeah,
I hope
yes.
you are getting my point.
Yeah, understand, Subbu. Subbu, so that case, as we understand, if we have performed bulk operation, that we need to the bulk recovery model.
No,
As per the data loading.
don't go for that much level. Just understand what is when eager writer will come into the picture only. Okay. When we are talking bulk log recovery model, I will talk more, sir. More. There are lot of things we need to know. Okay. And one of the most highly interview question and very simple, sir. Practical is very simple. See, this concept practical is very simple. I can switch. See, I can go to full. I can go to the bulk log. I can go to the simple. That's it. Practical. Apart from nothing else. Just to 1 second, this concept is a practical. 1 second. But to understand, we need to spend more than 2 to 2.5 hours. If I'm switching the recovery models, what is the dangerous? What are the things are happening in the background? Okay, which recovery model will suit for which environment? So because we are having production, development, test servers, right? Which environment, which recovery model will choose? Why we are going to choose that recovery model? If I'm switching, what is happening? If I'm selecting internally, what is the functionality is happening? Actually, why this recovery model? For what it is working? So we want to know all this stuff. We'll talk more, sir. It is not easy like to understand in span of 10 to 15 minutes. So we need to spend more than 2 to 2.5 hours to understand about recovery model. To practical, it's very easy, sir. Right click on database, go to the properties. If you want, you can switch it to make full. Okay, that's it. Practical is very easy. Either you can go to the graphical user interface, right click on here, Go to the options and you can choose the recovery models. Or like you can perform alter database name, set recovery model. If you go for command line, alter database name, set recovery model. So practical is very easy, but to understand what is internally, that is very important, sir. I will talk in that day. As of now, what you need to remember, when our when our database in the bulk log recovery model, and I am performing bulk insert or select into, eager writer will come to the picture to help to improve the performance by creating the page, writing the page to do it parallelly. Got it? No?
Yes, Subbu.
Yes?
Yes, Subbu.
Okay. Now, fine, sir. Now, one of the most important concept, which is also very simple concept, nothing
Yes.
but, yes,
So I have a small doubt on architecture part.
yeah.
Whatever the pages have be updated in the data cache, that updates are directly going to MDF whenever the checkpoint occurs. Correct?
Oh, yeah. Before that, it will write information in
Oh,
the
yeah,
log
yeah,
file, sir.
yeah. By default, that will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this case, what is the use of it? For example, my database is sometime offline. At the time, in the data cache, whatever the updates have been updated in the data cache, that will be still having the RAM. After that, once the database is offline, again it will go to MDF in parallel to the LDF, right?
Your question is, for example, I perform certain operation. See, to explain to everyone, you are performing some, not only updates, sir, you are performing certain modification. Okay? Any modification, sir, modification. And you started modified the data and the changes are currently in the cache. Okay? Meanwhile, your database went into offline. Okay? That is your question.
Yes,
Okay?
yes,
Currently, the modification are in the buffer.
yes.
Okay? Buffer. Now, when DB is coming online, okay, it will start reading the cache. Okay, it will start reading LDF, those the changes which haven't moved to the MDF file while it is offlining. There is a concept called recovery phase, sir. Okay, I told you, right, when we are discussing restores, I will talk about more about this concept only. So while your database is coming online, SQL Server will must and should run the recovery phase. Under the recovery phase, it will try to read log file, it will try to read the cache, the whichever data it is not yet moved to the MDF file, first it will try to move the data to the MDF file. And any failed transaction, anything, it will try to roll back and it will try to bring the online. How much data it will copy means that we exactly don't know, because we don't know how you shut down the database. Okay, either proper shutdown or improper shutdown happen. It depends on that. We may experience some data loss.
Maybe in between data cache also checkpoint occurs. The clean pages will be flushes from the RAM. In that case, data will
No,
be kept from the.
when checkpoint never flushes the pages from the disk, from the buffer. Make a note down.
I mean,
Okay.
lazy
Lazy
writer.
writer. See,
Yes, yes.
lazy writer never delete the dirty pages. Lazy writer never delete the dirty pages. It will delete only the clean page. It will flushes the clean page, not dirty pages. Nowhere we told that lazy writer will flushes the dirty pages. Only the clean page. Okay. I hope you understood.
Yeah,
Lazy
yes.
writer never flushes the dirty pages. Only flushes the clean page. See, dirty page is nothing but you've done some modification which haven't moved to the MDF file. Okay, so
Yeah.
how it can clean? No, it won't clean the dirty pages. Flushes the dirty pages. First, it need to move to the data. Then only it will try to. Once the page become the clean page, then it will try to start the flushing the pages. Okay,
Yeah.
good question. Yeah, we'll discuss lots, sir, in the recovery phase. You can understand that time what
Okay,
is
fine.
happening when it is offlining, when it is coming online. You should understand that hierarchies.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Good. Yeah, great. Any other question? Again, sir, feel free to ask, okay? Because these concepts are very simple to see it's very simple, but here only we will get confused. Even experienced people also will confuse a lot sometimes, because uh, we won't go every time all this concept in the real world, right? We are doing so and so activities only. That's the problem sometimes. No. Yeah, Yashwant, you were asking.
Subbu, I have a small doubt.
Yes.
This ODBC, OLDB drivers, like you will discuss later, or?
Oh yes, we'll discuss, sir. As a
Okay.
as a DBA, we need to upgrade the ODBC drivers, OLDB drivers. Okay. SQL native client. We'll have this session. No worries. Yeah. How to
And
configure
also
ODBC?
TL,
Yes.
TLS and SSL, those things as well, right?
Oh, definitely, sir. Otherwise, how
Yeah.
you can strong in the connectivities?
Yeah, correct.
Majority of the stuff we'll talk in advanced level, sir. When we are especially working with the means advanced level. Okay.
Okay. And also, like I I need to ask this question starting, but I'm asking now. Don't mind. Like, if like if at all we have time, like the project, how it will be, like you will just explain whenever that free time is there in sessions, like initially if we got project, like what and all we need to take KT, and also like once we got the things, what we need to look into it, and this some kind of suggestions also can you give us?
Oh yeah, in the ITL process, in the
uh,
ITL management will take a separate session. ITL.
ITL, yeah, ITL management, and this thing, like once
Yeah.
the project is handed over by DBA, so what and all we need to look into it, elevator permissions, or
Okay.
and yeah, those things, auditing.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, thanks, Subbu.
Yeah. So 1 second, I will back in 2 minutes. Okay. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Yes. Well, we'll talk on that part. Okay. That's what, sir. What you are expecting from us. Also, you need to raise your voice. There is nothing wrong, because at the end you need to be a little so safe side when you got any opportunity. Okay. That's what I can say. Always see, learning is something different. Once you got the opportunity, something different, sir. How you are going to implement whatever you learned so far, that is very important. So raise your voice. Okay, we are here to help you. So if you are not raising your voice, what we will do, whatever we want to deliver, we'll deliver and we'll tell you, okay, done. But if you start raising your voice, okay, we'll make a note on, okay, this is what some people are expecting. Okay, let's make some more free sessions. Okay, we'll try to bring the free sessions so that you will become little strong on the process also. Yeah, definitely I will plan one KT session. Okay, 1 or 2 KT sessions and ideal process session, and we'll plan one session on the RCA, root cause analysis. Okay, so
One thing, can we discuss the webinar from the AWS migration from on-premise, if possible?
yes, that's what, but not now. I told you, right? Mostly on the Feb or March. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a so much
Months,
out in
Feb,
AWS, so
March.
that's why I will be. If possible, then we can take some an webinar.
Yeah, Fed. We are going for step by step only. That's the reason we are not going any advanced level. Okay, these are all the internal concepts. Every DBA must and should know. Okay, from tomorrow, once we start the installing sequence, once we install the SQL Server, then we'll go in a step by step only. So there is no hurry. We will go into the advanced level again, back to normal, again back to no. We'll go step by step only from basic to the advanced level. These are all the basic concepts when you are starting your journey, how our data flow is happening, what is happening internally. Every DBA must and should know. That is what we are discussing, sir. Hold for a while. Once we complete the installation, I will show you everything in the practical so that you can understand. Okay, everyone can understand. As of now, we are not talking anything deeper concepts. Are these are all the basic concepts every DBA must and should know. Either you are experienced or you are starting the journey, you must and should know how SQL Server architecture is working, how our storage engine is working, how our data movement. Nothing but how writes are happening. See, reads are nothing but you are trying to read the data. Nothing. Whatever the data is already available in the database, you are trying to read the data. But how writes are working is these are the three. See, this document is whatever you learn so far. Okay, like a check pointer, clean page, dirty page, wall concept, lazy writer. All the concepts are applicable on SQL Server, Azure SQL Database, Azure MI, Synapse Analytics, Analytics Platform System, SQL Database in Microsoft Fabric. See, these documents, when you start preparing whatever, see, all these are applicable in this different flavors, whatever Microsoft is offering. So check pointer, lazy writer, wall concept, clean page, and dirty page. Okay, all are similar, sir. If you go for any database, if you go for different platforms, either you are in on-prem or you are in cloud or you are in Fabric, or either you are in AWS. Okay, either you go for Google Cloud. The concept is a concept. Nothing changes are here. Just you are changing the platforms. You are changing the platforms, but underlying the concept is the same. It looks like same. Okay, when you go whatever we discussed so for last 3 sessions, this is applicable for all the platforms. When you go for Azure, when you go for AWS, when you go for Google Cloud, when you go for on-prem, same concept. What do you mean by on-prem, Subbu? What do you mean by cloud? Mostly, so we'll spin the VMs on our local laptops to make them as a like on-prem. That time you will understand. So mostly tomorrow we'll go for practical. From tomorrow, more majority of this time we'll start the practical. Okay, stop me if you're not understanding that what I can help you. Okay, if you're not understanding, stop me. Let's think in a different alternative also. Now, one concept is pending, sir. That is nothing but asset properties. Okay, this technically we'll call it as a. I think Fed is saying that there is too frequently interrupt the questions they are not. No, majority of the time they're not interrupting. Okay, don't think that. See, basically, if you go to the KT, okay, let's treat this not training. So, for example, if you go to the KT session, you are getting a new KT, a new technology for your project. You are getting a new technology called Postgres, and you are a core SQL Server database administrator, for example. Okay, you are a core SQL Server database administrator, and you are getting a KT of the Postgres. Out of your entire team, 1 or 2 people are knowing the Postgres, and you people are still learning. For example, okay, that time definitely you will ask one question which is relevant to basic, and the experienced people ask a different question relevant to the experience level questions. Okay, so you need to make a note down what someone is asking, because maybe in the future when you go to the working or when you are attending interviews, definitely you will get such type of questions. So we need to grab the questions basically. Simply if you're learning, okay, definitely it won't help you in the real world. Why, Subbu? Majority of the people told that, okay, you can tell to all your students that don't ask the question for span of 2 hours. Let them ask at the ending. Okay, let them ask at the ending. But I won't prefer that training, sir, because we need to grab the questions as many as. So some people will ask the direct question. Some people will ask a different question, which is relevant to this concept only. So you need to get the questions. Maybe if you're not understanding that question, okay, understanding, not understanding, but you need to get the question. Make a question, sir. When you are preparing the notes, write a question. In the future, you will get to know that answer, because as I told you, right, eager writer you can't understand now until unless you get to know about the recovery models. Okay, so if you're not understanding that, okay, eager writer is coming into the picture only in the recovery model, then if I'm saying that eager writer will help us a lot, see, eager writer will help us a lot when it is creating, when it's writing in the bulk operation. That is easy for the people who are starting the journey. I can understand. But what is the realistical answer? Eager writer will come only when your database is running under bulk log recovery model. That is the first point you need to remember. If you are not remembering that point, and if you are just remembering eager writer is just helping, like creating and writing the pages parallelly, it doesn't help us lots. Okay, so whole this training is going a little different when you compare with the previous recordings. Okay, previous batch. I am trying to help you first, the people who are starting the journey. I am not going that much deeper, and I am not going that much lower. I am going in the medium way so that you can understand. Okay, everyone. I'm not going that much high level. I'm not going that much low level. So I am trying to balance both the experienced people and the people who are starting the journey. So what as a learners, what you need to do, make notes and share it to me. Okay, make notes and share it to me. Definitely I will help you in case if your understanding little here and there, definitely help you. And one more thing, sir, mostly December mid onwards we are trying to bring the uh, interview kind of stuff. Okay, and you will be also part of that okay, participation. You will also be part of participations, active participations. Hope, let's see how much people, how much they grabbed so far. Definitely you need to be part of those different trainings where we will ask the questions, you need to deliver the answers. I will take one person, I will try to ask. So for example, Fed, this is today your day, so we will allocate for 15 to 20 minutes. Then we'll try to ask all the questions 15 to 20 minutes with you, and we'll see what type of questions we are raising, how you are answering. See, based on your up to what concept we completed, up to so far what we completed, then we will ask the same questions. Other people who already completed, I will ask different questions. So here what you need to do, make a note on all the questions, how they are delivering, how Subbu is saying, how the corrections we need to make it, so that when you go to the interview, if you are getting same question, same type of question, how I need to deliver. So that is what also we are planning, sir, slowly. Okay, so we are balancing the people. In case if you're not understanding, raise your voice. I'm happy to explain one more time also. Okay, now asset properties. This is very simple concept. Feel to say very simple concept, but try to understand, sir. As of now, very simple. Every transaction, see, every database management system, knowingly, unknowingly, need to fulfill asset properties. Okay, if you go for any database management system, it can be Oracle or SQL or Postgres or MongoDB, all the database management system, knowingly, unknowingly, in the background, are going to fulfill the asset properties. I'm not understanding so good. A stands for atomicity, C stands for consistency, I stands for isolation, D stands for durability. Okay, every transaction. See, in a simple example, when you see, basically theoretical is more, sir. especially if you go for database management system, theoretical is little more than practicals. That is one of the biggest challenge we are facing. So to make so simplified to understand, okay, I am taking a simple example called ATM machine for Atomicity. A stands for Atomicity. What do you mean by Atomicity, Subbu? Means if you go to the ATM machine to withdraw amounts, okay, to you decide to I need to withdraw the amount. Okay, I need to withdraw the amount. You went to the ATM machine, you kept your debit card or credit card to draw some amount or to check to draw some amounts, and you started drawing the 1,000 or $10. You were drawing $10 from in the other countries. In India, we are drawing 10,000 rupees. We are specially call it as a rupees. Most majority of the time they will call their own currencies. Okay, example dollars. Now, when you start providing your PIN, everything, and you just click the submit, okay. Unfortunately, due to there is a network glitch happen over the mission, and you haven't received that $10. You haven't received that 10,000, but the amount has been detected from your bank, your account. Now, immediately, what he will do? He will go to your bank, or he will call to the customer care, and he will raise a complaint. You will raise a complaint. After they will tell that, okay, within span of 1 or 2 days, your amount will be credited back to your account. So that is what you will get to know. Majority of the people, at least once you got experience, like same thing Atomicity is doing, sir. What do you mean by Atomicity? Every transactions, whatever you are going to perform, that should be fully committed or fully rollback. What do you mean by fully committed? You need to receive that 10,000 rupees or $10, and it need to be deducted from your account parallelly. That is fully committed. What do you mean fully rollback? The amount got detected from your account, but you haven't received the money. You haven't received the money. Then it should be rollback. Means again your amount, whatever it got detected, it need to roll back, and again it need to load into your account. So that is going to taken care by Atomicity. So what do you mean by Atomicity? Every transactions, whatever you are going to perform, that need to be fully committed or that need to be fully rolled back. Is it clear? Everyone? No? Yes. That is going to taken care by Atomicity. Yes? Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, consistency. What do you mean by consistency? Means whatever the transactions you are going to perform, that should not violate the behavior. For example, if you go, there are two types of banking you will see, sir. I am taking example banking because easy to understand. Okay. So for example, in a simple example, you will see two kind of banking. One is government banks, one is private banks. Majority of the government banks, you will get to know free account. You no need to keep some amount, minimum amount to open the account. That is completely free. But when you go to the private banks, you need to deposit first, either $1,000 or either 1,000 rupees. You need to first deposit. Then only they are having capability to open the account for you. Okay. When you are loading the data into the table, that should not violate the behavior. Means if you go to the private bank and say that, hey, I don't have money, okay, to deposit certain amount, okay, but I need to open a free account, okay, free account, okay, that is not possible because that is a violation. That is a violation, sir. So that is going to taken care by the consistency. That is going to taken care by the consistency. How Subbu internally means there are a concept called integrity constraints. There is a concept means when you are creating a table, okay, there is a concept called integrity constraints. Integrity concept. Okay, integrity constraints. There is a set of rules. Okay, your developers, your apps team will design when they are creating a table. While they are creating a table, they will set some rules. What are the rules? Your account number should not be duplicated, should not be null. Your name should not be null. Means every account holder should have the name when they are opening the account. And there is a min balance, there is a max balance. Okay, check min balance is greater than this one. Check max balance. There is nothing called max balancer, only min balance. So they will create some rules when they are creating a table. While they are creating a table, your developers, your app stream will set the rules. Okay, while you are loading the data, this data should not violate the behavior of this structure. So that is going to taken care by the consistency. That is going to taken care by the consistency internally. Is it clear, everyone? What consistency is doing? So I will show you how to create the table. While you are creating the table, how to keep some integrity constraints, and I will show you how to load the data. Everything will show practical, so that time you will understand. Let's understand only theoretical. Okay, consistency means you should not violate the behavior while you are loading the data into the database. So this is the bare minimum thing, sir. We won't that much think in the real world, but isolation level is something different. So here I am just talking only 2 to 3 minutes about isolation level, but when you go for advanced level, almost 2 to 3 sessions I will talk about isolation level. Means almost 5 to 6 hours we will spend on isolation levels. If you go for any database management system, isolation level will plays a major role, because there is a concept called locking, blocking, deadlocks. If you wanted to understand how lockings are working, how blockings are working, how deadlocks are working, you should know about the isolation level. Okay, so out of these 4, isolation level will plays a major role in terms of theoretical, in terms of practical. Rest of the concepts is okay, sir. We are not discussing that much in the real world, but isolation level will plays a major role. What do you mean by isolation level? Isolation stands for independent, means every transaction is independent. Every transaction is independent. See, if you go to the ATM machine, there are 2 machines are here. One machine, here there is one more machine, here there is one more machine. For example, HSBC. For HSBC bank, you went for ATM machine, there are 3 machines here. So for example, a user 1 entered and he using this machine. Okay, same time user 2 came into the picture. Can you tell to that, hey, no, I am using this machine, you should not use these machines? No, because every machine is independent here. Now user 3 came into the picture. Now user 3 start accessing. So user 1, user 2, user 3, both 3 users are accessing 3 ATM machines. Same time user 4 came into the picture, he will wait until any one of the user will complete. He should wait. Like same how your transactions been accessing when multiple users are trying to access same object at same time. See, this is very important. Same object, same time, when multiple users are trying to access, how my locking, blocking, deadlocks are working. To understand that one, you must and should know about the isolation level. And we are having different types of isolation levels, like read commit, read uncommits, repeatable read, serializable, snapshot, read commit, snapshot. So we are having 6 types of isolation level, and all the types are very, very important. We must and should understood. So as of now, what you need to remember in the basic concept, isolation level is nothing but independent, means every transaction is independent. Okay, multiple users can access the database and they can perform multiple operations. But when the problem will start, if that multiple users are trying to access same time, same object, then the problem will start, sir. See, in entire one city, okay, in the one city, for example, one bank is having thousands of ATM machines, and each mission multiple users are going, and each mission they are trying to access that mission and trying to withdraw, deposit, whatever they are doing, so no one is stopping. So that is how we need to understand every transaction is independent. Multiple users can access the database and multiple transactions they can perform. See, in when you go to the database, see, they're having multiple tables. Like, see, when you go to, we are having these many tables. Okay, user 1 is accessing this table, user 2 accessing this table, user 3 accessing this table, user 4 accessing this table, user 5. Okay, so every transaction is independent and they're accessing. Actually, when the problem will start, if all the users are trying to access a single table at the same time, the problem will start. Until user 1 complete, user 2 can't execute. Okay, user 3 can't execute, user 4 can't execute. Once user 1 complete, user 2 will come into the picture. Once user 2 complete, user 3 will come into the picture. Once user 3, user 4 will come into the picture. So how, if multiple concurrent transactions are happening, continuously concurrent transactions are happening, how SQL Server is reacting internally based on the isolation level? Definitely it will change, sir. So what type of isolation level your database is running, and based on isolation level, you can perform different transactions. Okay, either insert or update or delete or select. Okay, we don't know exactly, right, which user is performing which operation on which database, on which object, which table, and what time. So if multiple users are accessing same time same object, then the problem will start, sir. So isolation level is nothing but, okay, every transaction is independent until the transaction A complete, transaction 2 can't do on the same object. But it may differ, sir, when you talking on the different types of isolation level. I am not going that much deep level. It is one of the boring concept in advanced performance tuning, but this is also one of the most important concept. Very, very important, sir. Without understanding isolation level, you can't become strong in the locking, blocking, deadlock troubleshoot. When you are specially working with the blocking, deadlock troubleshoot, you must and should know about isolation levels. You should strong on isolation level. Based on your isolation level, locks are functionality. Locks are working. How locks behaving, that depends on blockings. How blockings are, that depends on deadlocks. So if you're not setting the right isolation level, you can experience more locking. That leads blocking. That leads deadlocks. So you need to set the right isolation level to the database. Otherwise, more locks, that leads more blocks, that leads more deadlocks. User can experience lots of connection timeouts. Got it? No? Yes? So this we need to discuss a lot with the practical demo, sir, to understand more about isolation level. Now, once your transaction fulfill all this atomicity, consistency, isolation, then finally durability. Okay, what do you mean by durability? Once your transaction, okay, once you start loading the data, then durability is nothing but making the database, see, always your transaction need to be protected. See, if you're keeping the data in the buffer, it is very dangerous, because if suddenly something happened, your voice got restarted and your SQL got restarted, everything, whatever the data in the cache, it's gone. There is a possibility of the data loss. To avoid this one, what Microsoft came up with concept, okay, whatever the changes you are doing, write the changes parallel in the LDF file. Write the changes parallel in the LDF file. So durability is nothing but whatever the changes you are making, all the changes parallelly is writing in the LDF file. Same concept for wall also. Okay, to fulfill the durability, wall is came into the picture. Means whatever the changes you are making, all the changes are writing into the log file. All the changes are writing into the log file. So every transaction, knowingly, unknowingly, in the background is fulfilling the asset properties. Got it? Everyone? No? Yes? Any questions, sir? Out of anything, any questions? Now we done majority of the base concepts. Now you won't see that much theoretical. Now we'll go for practical only. Majority of the stuff now we'll go for practical. Up to this, majority of the thing is theoretical, sir. How I need to remember asset properties, it is little confusing to me. Very simple. If someone is asking, can you please brief about asset properties? Tell that asset stands for atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. A stands for atomicity. Every transaction need to be fully committed, fully rollback. Okay. C stands for consistency, means whatever the transaction we are performing, that should not violate the behavior. Okay. I stands for isolation level, means every transaction is independent. Okay. Multiple users can access the database and multiple transactions can perform on the database at a time. D stands for durability, means in case of any sudden failures, all the changes whatever we are making in the buffer is trying to write in the LDF file. In case any failure, no worries, I'm having a copy in the log file. Got it? No? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now up to now we complete the base concepts. Okay. Base concept. What I'm requesting is relax for 10 minutes. The next concept which we are discussing, very powerful, very important. Okay. Before you relax, there is 4 minutes of time. Any questions so far, sir? Any questions so far? Anyone? Any questions? Up to this, whatever we learn about SQL architecture, storage architecture, we discuss about internal operation. Any questions?
So, one thing to understand regarding the Azure writer, it will be also coming from the locating the page from the GAM.
See, no one can change the functionality.
Okay.
Every page is allocating from the GAM page only. That is a functionality, sir. No one can change. Okay. Page writing, page reading, page writing, it is much faster with the eager writer. That is just helping the performance or eager writer, not doing anything. Underlying concept is same. You are getting the pages are allocating from the extents only. Sorry, GAM page only.
Yes, GAM page.
Yes. GAM page, not SGAM. GAM.
Okay. GAM page.
GAM page.
Okay, Subbu. Okay.
Yeah.
Subbu,
So yes.
like you have told right from SNA select query regarding and we are retrieving data from SQL instance, so that you have informed like at the access methods it will verify whether it is select or non-select query. So if it is non-select query, what is the process that here to look into architecture, like if maybe
That's
insert
what
or
we discussed, right? See, that is that is what we discussed. When it is modifying the data, okay, what it need to do first, it will verify any pages are available here. No.
okay.
Okay. If the page is already available, but the page need to have space, right? See, two things it will do. First, whether any table related to any pages related to employee table. Okay, it detected 3 pages, for example. Okay, now it's having 3 pages. Now you are loading only one record, sir. You are loading one record. There are 3 pages. Now, in the 3 pages, which page having some free space? Assume this page is completely filled the data. This page is also completely filled with the data, but this page is having some free space. Okay, now it load the data, but you are loading 5 records which are not fit here. Okay, and there is no pages. Now it will go to the MDF file, get the pages, place here, try to load the remaining data, and it write to the LDF file. It is writing to the MDF file. This is underlying process continuously, sir.
Okay.
That is what writes are doing. What about reads? Reads are just nothing but you already having the data.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What it will do, it will try to get the data here and try to send to the requester. If it is not fitting the here, it will place in the temp.db, sir. Okay. To talk high level. Oh, Subbu, I'm having 10,000 pages. Unable to place in the data cache due to lack of RAM, then for example, it can keep only 5,000 pages. Remaining that pages, it can keep in the TempDB to spin the data. So there are lots. Or again, don't think too much now. There are a lot.
Okay,
There is
okay.
a concept called latches. There is a concept called logs. In the latches, again, there is a concept called page latch, page IO latch. Okay,
Mhm.
there are a lot. We'll talk more deeply.
And also, we have data cache in SQL OS, sorry, in this
But
buffer manager.
yeah.
Like instance level cache also, do we have a
No,
buffer
sir.
instance
No, this
cache
is instance only.
ratio?
For this instance, you are having dedicated buffer. See, for
Okay.
this entire instance,
Hmm.
for the entire this SQL engine, you are having a dedicated buffer based on your memory configuration.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, you are having two instances on the same server. Means
Hmm.
you install twice a SQL server. Each
Mhm.
instance is having its own memory management.
Okay.
Okay, good. Any other
Hmm.
questions? No means relax, sir. First, okay, relax for 6 to 7 minutes. Okay. We are talking about the licensing, one of the most important concept. Okay. Every DBA must and should know about the licensing. So just relax. Don't keep anything. These are all the basic concepts. Okay. Uh, if you remember the concept, that is well and good, sir. You don't need to go and you won't do anything in the deeply. Okay. So just relax. We'll talk about the licensing part. Okay. Okay, back to online. Okay, everyone able to hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Subbu.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Now, thank you. Yeah, see, sir. Okay, so far what we learn is base concept. Okay, all are like a base how SQL Server internally is performing. Whole this whatever we discuss in the throughout our journey, somewhere we will get this information again and again and again, so that you will become finally strong on these concepts. Okay, but as of now, what you need to remember how checkpoint, how lazy writer, how clean paste, how dirty paste. What do you mean by asset properties? What is like? See, majority of the things are straightforward. Can you brief about SQL architecture? Can you please brief about page architecture? Can you please brief about what is extents? How many types of extents? How many pages are there in SQL Server? And someone may ask, what is the difference between clean page and dirty page? And someone may ask you a question, what is checkpoint or was a lazy writer? Can you difference between checkpointer and lazy writer? And can you please brief about the asset properties? Whatever we discussed so far, the concept, all concepts are very important, sir. Okay, so the people who are starting the journey, little I can say it, I don't want to say like this, but meanwhile, see, meanwhile, before we go into too much technical, meanwhile, you can simply remember the concepts. Okay, this is how the checkpoint is working. This is how the lazy writer is working. This is how our page architecture is looks like. Okay, all are very important. Majority of the time, 5 to 6 questions will falls under this base concepts only. Definitely, checkpointer is very important. Lazy writer is very important. Asset property is very important. Page architecture is very important. Page types are very important, and extents are very important. SQL architecture is very important. All are very important concepts. Majority of the time, 5 to 6 questions or 5 to 10 questions will falls under this 3 to 4 days, whatever we discussed. Now, we are going ahead one step. Okay, see, SQL Server is a product. Okay, it's a Microsoft product. Okay, MS Microsoft product. Okay, it's a Microsoft product. Okay, so when you get a chance to install the product, okay, like a SQL Server, nothing like a DB engine. Okay, DB engine. You are installing SQL Server as a DB engine to store the data. It can be any data, sir. Banking sector, insurance sector, retail sector, manufacturing sector, government sector. Okay, you are trying to e-commerce applications. You are trying to load the data. Okay, using a engine called SQL Server. Once you build the SQL Server, on top of that, you are going to map the application and you are trying to load the data. That is what happening externally, internally. Now, while when you get a chance to work with the specially SQL Server, we must and should know how the functionality of SQL. We learn almost 3 to 4 sessions. We have spent the good amount of time how SQL Server internally working. Now, if you want to work with this product, you must and should first install the product, right? Means you need to download the product, you need to copy to the server, and you need to install the product. Okay, see, like for example, you wanted to use the Instagram, you wanted to use the Facebook, you wanted to use the YouTube. So especially what you will do on your mobile, you will install the YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, and you will you will create an account on the Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Then you will start using the product. Like same here also same, sir. First you need to download the product, you need to copy to the product to the server, and you need to install the product. So as a DBA, this is the first activity we must and should learn, how to install SQL Server in your local laptop in the real world. Okay, majority of the time looks like same only, sir. How you are going to install SQL Server on your laptop or your desktop, Same way you will install in the real world also. Here and there, the proper couple of things, configuration little changes, but underlying concept will be the same. Underlying concept will be the same. So as a DPA, first we must should know how to, where we can find the product to download, okay, and how to download, and how to copy that downloaded file to the server, and how to install the product. Is it clear? First point, everyone? No? Yes? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now we'll talk about how to, where you will find the product, how to download the product. Okay. Mostly tomorrow. Mostly tomorrow we'll start how to find the product, how to download the product, how to copy to the server. Now, once you got a chance to install, okay, SQL Server, you download the product, you copied the product, and you start installing the product. See, in a technical lay terms, you should understand that. See, to explain more, sir. For example, take your laptop. Everyone is having this own laptops, or everyone is having own desktops. Okay, they're having their computers or they're having laptops. Some people are maintaining desktops, some people are maintaining laptop based on the budget. Okay, you are going to use the products. Now, see, majority of the time video players, majority of the time audio players, or MS Office, or any application. Now what you will do, for example, VLC is the audio player and is the video player. Majority of the people will use the VLC. Is the audio player or video player? VLC is the audio player or video player. So what you will do, you will download the VLC player and you will try to, you will copy to the server and you will install the product. Once you install this product, okay, now you can open the product and you can watch the movies and you can listen the audio. Using with the help of this player, you can watch the movies and you can listen the audio. This is the main purpose. Like same, you can install the MS Office. Okay, you can, once you install the MS Office, you download the MS Office, you will copy to the server and you will install the MS Office. Then using this MS Office, you can use the Word document, PowerPoint, Excel, okay, Access DB. You can do many things using MS Office. Now, okay, Subbu, I understood that I can download the application, I can install the application. Once I can install, I can access it. Then what you wanted to tell? See, once you install the VLC on your laptop, okay, once you install the VLC on your laptop, will I install one more VLC in the same machine? No, right? It can be lower version, it can be higher version, it can be same version. Again, I'm talking, sir. Okay, so these are all the technical terms you need to understand. Why I'm telling not SQL other means, first you need to understand this one, sir. If you install the MS Office, take MS Office only, sir. MS Office. Okay. Once you install MS Office, will I install one more MS Office on the same server, on the same laptop? No, it won't allow, because already MS Office is installed. Either you can upgrade it or you will uninstall and you can downgrade it. If you wanted to downgrade the lower versions, you need to uninstall, again reinstall the downgraded version. If you wanted to upgrade, it will directly, you can upgrade the same version. Whatever it is available, you can upgrade it. So only one time you can install VLC, one time you can install MS Office, one time you can install any product. But it's not same for the engines. It's not same for the engines. Please make a note down. If I wanted to install SQL Server in my laptop, I can install, okay, many times. Okay, many times, like twice I can install, thrice I can install. I can install same version multiple times. I can install higher versions multiple times. I can install lower versions multiple times. Okay, means you can install SQL Server n number of times in the same server. Will I install in the real world? No, sir. But you need to understand, I can install SQL Server multiple times in the same server in the same laptop. How, Subbu? Means every time when you are installing, you are going to keep a name. You are going to keep a name. Okay, when you are installing SQL Server, first time you will keep one name. Second time you will keep another name. Third time you will keep another name. Means multiple times I can install SQL Server on the same laptop or on the same desktop. Multiple times you can install, sir. Okay, so every time when you are installing SQL Server, that you should call it as an instance. That you should call it as an instance. This is very, very important. So when you are installing SQL Server, technically speaking, you should call it as an instance. Instance. Okay, and an instance of a database engine is a copy of SQL Server.exe file. Means whenever you install a SQL Server on your laptop, on your desktop, you will get one executable file called SQL Server.exe. Okay, see, I am having one and I am having, okay, let me, okay, see, I am having SQL Server, right? Where it is SQL Server, SQL, okay, SQL Server. Yeah, see, 1, 2, 3. In my laptop, I am having 3 instances. Means I installed 3 times SQL Server. Either it can be same version, or it can be higher version, or it can be lower version. Every instance is a unique queue. There is no dependency. So when you are installing a SQL Server, technically you should call it as a instance. Okay, you can maintain multiple instances on the same server. Okay, that instance can be same versions. That instance can be different versions, means lower version, higher version, or same versions also you can maintain. So every instance is a independent. So whenever you are installing your SQL Server, okay, every time it will create in the background one executable file called SQL Server.exe. So if something happened to this SQL Server.exe, your entire engine will goes down. Means while you are trying to connect to this engine, you can't connect. So if someone is asking what is the instance, a instance is nothing but a collection of, okay, instance is nothing but a collection of all the binary files. Like see, when you go to the C drive, you are having lots of program files. So when you go to the program files, you are having every application having dedicated folder. When you go to the dedicated folder, you are having lots of binary files, executable files. For SQL also same, sir. Whenever you are installing a SQL Server, you will find lots of executable files, lots of binary files in the background that combinedly running in the file called SQL Server.exe. This is going to take care all the executable files, all the binary files. So if someone is asking what is instance, instance is nothing but the executable file. What is that executable file? SQL Server.exe executable file. Along with every SQL instance is having its own memory. Like you already aware of this concept. Every instance is having its own memory controller, memory manager. Not only this SQL Server.exe, not only this SQL Server.exe, every SQL Server.exe contains its own memory management. Okay, this instance is having this own memory management. This instance is having its own memory management. Means every instance is having its own plan cache, data cache, log cache, all caches, its own memory management. How it is working, Subham, is once you install SQL Server, you will configure its own memory, sir. You will configure its own memory. So when you are installing SQL Server, technically you will call it as an instance. How many instances are running in one server? In technically speaking, only one instance will run in one server, sir. Okay, server is nothing but, okay, a platform where you are going to build a platform with operating system. Server is nothing but a platform with operating system. With operating system, okay, a platform with operating system. The platform can be in AWS. The platform can be in Azure. The platform can be in the GCP, Google Cloud. The platform can be in the Google Cloud. Okay. The platform can be in the Google Cloud. The platform can be in the on-prem. No, sorry, in the Azure. The platform can be in the AWS or like a on-prem. Like means you will create a virtual machines and you will build the servers on top of virtual machines. See, this is my laptop. On top of my laptop, I build the VMware. With using VMware, I build the servers. It can be Linux server. It can be Windows server. Okay, on top of this server, I will try to build the VMs. So on top of this server only, I will try to install SQL servers. Or Subbu, my laptop is not that much, then how I can do? I can't build a VMware because my laptop is not compatible. Then you can do everything practice on your local laptop, sir. Treat your laptop as a server and you can install SQL in your laptop. Okay, and you can practice everything, sir. Except clusters, except always on. You can practice everything on your laptop. The people who are starting the journey, honestly saying to you, sir, okay, don't take any negative, honestly, you can practice everything on your laptop rather than spending a lot of time in creating VMware, spinning the VMs, all the stuff. Rather than wasting our time here, you can do everything practice on your local laptop. So do practice everything on your local laptop, sir. Honestly, I'm saying. So once you are good at SQL, then you can start spending time on how to create the VMware, how to spin the VMs, on top of the VM, how to spin the SQL. Now you can. Got it? No? Yes? So technically we'll spin the VM, sir. See, this is my laptop. On top of laptop, again, I'm having one more server. I am having one more server. I am having one more server. Okay, see, these are all the Windows servers. This is the Linux server. Okay, this is Linux server. Okay, on top of my laptop, using VMware, I build VMs, multiple VMs, and I'm spinning because I'm having enough RAM, enough storage, enough CPU, and so how much CPU will I need? All the stuff we'll talk, sir. Okay, don't get tense that much. See, I hope you are understanding what is server. What do you mean by server, sir? Okay, in the real world, you won't install SQL Server on your laptops. Please, sir, please be careful. So there is a Windows team, there is a network team, there is a storage team. Dedicated teams will be available, right? Windows team will build a server like this. Windows team will build a server like this. On top of this server only, you will install SQL servers. On top of this, you will install SQL servers in the real world, not in your local laptops. But when you are practicing, you can install SQL Server on your local laptop and you can practice everything. But I will show you how to install VMware. On top of that, how to build the servers. On top of that, how to create the Active Directories, domain controllers, firewalls. Everything will talk, sir, because this is infrastructure. If you're not understanding infrastructure, there is no use of learning any technology, sir. Without infrastructure, don't go for learning the technology. So first we need to build the infrastructure. Will I do all this stuff in the real world, Subhumis? No. 99% you won't do all this stuff. But technically speaking, in when we have been training, right? We don't have Windows team, we don't have network team, we don't have Active Directory, we don't have storage team. Now you are going to become the Windows team, network team, storage team, Active Directory team. Whatever they are doing in the real world, you are doing everything, sir. Means you are double smarter than the regular DBAs because you know how to spin the VMs from the scratch level. You know how to spin the Active Directory, means how to configure Active Directory. You know how to create the disks. You know how to initialize the disk. You know how to create the networks. So you are learning networks, storage, VMs, Active Directories, everything. In the local you are going to learn. In the cloud also you are going to learn. Okay, not okay. See, Whatever you are doing in the Azure, same thing you can do in the AWS also. There is nothing, sir. Okay, please understand what I wanted to say. In Azure, you will call it as a virtual machines. In Azure, you will call it as a virtual machines. Okay. In AWS, you will call it as a EC2 instance. That's it. The naming is different. Underlying concept is same. Again, I'm repeating. In Azure, you are calling as a virtual machines. You will deploy the VMs and you will build the SQL Server. In AWS, you are calling as a EC2 instance. In GCP also, you will call it as a console. In GCP also, you will call it as a VMs. I think so, VMs. Okay, see, create a VM. See, in Google Cloud, you are calling as a VM. In Azure, you are calling as a VM. In AWS, you are calling as a EC2 instance. In local, you are calling as a virtual machines. What is the difference, sir? Underlying infrastructure is the same, right? You are creating a VM, sir. That's it. A virtual machine. What platform it may be differ, but underlying concept you are going to create a VM, sir. What are the resources you need? See, when you decide to purchase a laptop, what you will see, sir? CPU, memory, storage, brand. Correct? Yes or no? Graphic card. You will also see the graphic card. You will see what operating system they are getting. And you will see you are getting any offer like MS Office, all the stuff. Everywhere throughout the global, when you decide to purchase a laptop, this is the 5 minimum things you will see. What is the 5 minimum things? One is a brand. Which brand? Apple, Samsung, Lenovo, all the stuff you will see the brand. Next, you will see whether I need to go for Intel or AMD processors. Intel processor or AMD processor. Second, you will see how much RAM I need. Third, you will see how much storage, whether I need to go for HDD or I need to go for SSD. Fifth, okay, what operating system they are giving inbuilt. Same. When you are purchasing laptop, same thing you will see. When you are going to spin the VM also, you will see same thing. There is nothing different, sir. You are going to build the infrastructure. Okay, tomorrow we are going to spend the infrastructure configuration only. So once we build the infrastructure, on top of that, you are going to install SQL, Oracle, Postgres, Python, Java, .NET, SAP, whatever you can install it, sir. Don't think that, okay, I am building the infrastructure only for SQL Server. It's absolutely wrong. You are having a massive technologies. Any technologies you can spin the VMs only in the servers in the real world. So we won't install in the laptop. That is only one difference. If your laptop is not compatible to spin the VMs, you can do practice everything on your local laptop only happily. Then how I can practice this, Subbu, is whatever you are doing here, same thing you will do in the cloud. Okay. So after 30 days means December 3rd week. From December 3rd week onwards, we'll strictly on the cloud. Means once we start the cloud, you can practice now also, sir. I can spin the VMs here. I can spin the Active Directory. I can spin the network. I can spin the storage. Now I can do practice. Meanwhile, focus on SQL if your laptops are not compatible. Got it? No? Yes? Everyone? So tomorrow, next session, what, sir? Building the infrastructure from the scratch to advanced level. Everything, sir, from scratch only. Okay? Whatever we are showing, everything from scratch. Because if you simply see, majority of the time, here only the time waste is happening basically. But if I'm simply downloading SQL Server and installing on my local laptop and showing next, installation it will take 20 minutes for me. To install SQL Server, we will spend only 20 minutes, sir. That's it. But why we wanted to learn all this stuff means in the real world. So you will see the servers with the different operating systems. You will see cloud-based servers. You will see on-prem servers. So that is what differentiate you should notice. Okay, that is what we are doing here, sir. Okay, not okay, everyone? Yep.
Okay, Subbu.
Okay. So today we are going to come up with the first webinar. Okay. This is out of the box. Okay. We are not discussing tomorrow morning this VM configuration. Okay. So this is where we wanted to save our time. Okay. Today is our first webinar. We are planning to build the infrastructure. Are you ready, everyone? I will call everyone, sir, not only our batch, everyone. If they are interested, let them join. Okay. What we are learning today webinar? Okay. At the evening time, your morning time. Your morning time, our evening time.
Will that be recorded?
Yes, definitely, sir. Definitely will record. Okay. Every webinar is a recorded, sir. Okay. So why, Subbu, you are trying to bring the webinar means to save our time, live sessions time. Okay. To spend more time on the performance tuning. Again, sir, this whatever we are talking in this webinar, you won't do in the real world. 95% you won't get chance in the real world. But not only DBA, if you're working on any technology, you should understand the infrastructure. If you not understand the infrastructure, then no use of learning the technology, sir. Okay, first you should learn the infrastructure strong. Then on top of that, what technology you can, sir. Okay, you can keep the SQL, you can keep the Postgres, you can keep the Java, you can keep the Python, you can keep the SAP, you can keep the Oracle, you can keep Oracle apps, you can keep the Hadoop, you can keep the big data clusters. Whatever you can keep it. How infrastructure people are working, we wanted to learn that stuff. Okay? Not okay? So what is the first webinar we are planning? How to build the VMware infrastructure. VMware infrastructure. This one, sir. This one. So first webinar is how to install VMware. Okay. How to spin the VMs. Okay. These are all. Will I need to learn, Subbu? Means if you are learning, well and good, sir, because it will save a lot of your time. See, when you are going for clusters always on, you mustn't to know about the infrastructure. As of now, you no need infrastructure, sir. As of now, you no need infrastructure. But when you go for clusters, when you are going to configure clusters, when you are going to configure always on availability group, you must and should spin the VMs. Without spinning VMs, you can't practice these major two concepts. Okay, so you need to know how to install VMware. This is on-prem, sir. Whatever today webinar is on-prem. Okay, today we are going to take webinar on-prem, how to install VMware. On top of that, how to install Active Directories, storages, networks, everything will talk, sir. Behind you, lot of people are working. Behind you, lot of people are working, sir. That's what I wanted to practically show you. You are thinking that I am only working. Okay, no, sir. Behind you, much work is doing by every team. It can be Windows team, it can be network team, it can be storage team, it can be Active Directory team. Multiple people are working behind. Once they done everything, they are handing server to you, and you are simply installing SQL Server. And we are feeling that we are doing many things. No, you are just installing SQL Server. It may take just 15 to 20 minutes. Postgres will take just 2 to 3 minutes, sir. At least SQL will take 15 to 20 minutes, but Postgres will take just 2 to 3 minutes only. Postgres installation is very easy when you compare with SQL. It's just 2 to 3 minutes. But SQL will take 20 to 25 minutes. Okay. Almost we are nearby, sir. Okay. So let me stop here. Okay. And I will talk to Sai once, and I will create the webinar, and I will post you the link, sir. If I miss this, Subbu, miss, go for the recording. Okay. To save our time only, sir. Because what is happening from the whole previous batches means, okay, that is a blend we are doing That is what I realized now. See, we are spending like 10 to 15 classes for infrastructure only. Okay. If I'm saving this time, okay, then I can spend more time on the performance tuning. So what you are expecting, sir? This I need to bring or this I need to bring? Everyone, honestly.
Sure. Yeah.
See, I am asking, requesting honesty only, sir. This you want, this, see, this you won't do anything in real world. There is a dedicated teams. There will be Windows team, network team, storage team, Active
Performance
Directory.
tuning.
Yeah.
Performance tuning.
Yeah, that is the only one thing, sir. Don't take any negatively. Okay. This, honestly, I want to bring this strong for you. Okay. So that's the reason we are reducing some time here. At least not 15 sessions, at least 10 sessions we are making webinars so that you will become strong in the performance tuning. Because majority of the time you won't do all this stuff, sir. Okay. Today night we are discussing how to install VMware, how to spin the VMs in the VMware. Will you do in the real world? No, not at all. But you must and should know. Okay. So that's the reason we are planning 10 sessions as a webinars so that I can bring the 10 sessions to you for the performance tuning. You will become double strong, sir. Okay. To make you strong in the tuning, so I am coming up with a 10 webinars for infrastructure to save our time. Okay. Apart from nothing else are here. Okay. So why Subbu you are bringing this one means all this entire training, what happened is many people shown interest in the beginning. Many people will join like 20, 25, that much. When I'm keep on going, the attendance is keep on lowing. And finally, people will join 10 people, 8 people only. Actually, you need to spend more time here, not this one. Okay, to minimize that, I need to show you more interest on the tuning. Let's make these sessions in the webinars. Okay. How to install VMware, how to install VMs, how to install Active Directory, that I will take completely one session. Then again in the live sessions, I will tell you how to install SQL servers. Okay. Only infrastructure configuration will go for webinar, sir. Okay. Everything practical will show in the live sessions only. Means as a SQL, what we will do, I will show in the live sessions only. Only infrastructure configuration, I will go into the webinars. It can be Azure. Okay. It can be AWS. As I told you, right, I will bring the AWS also. AWS infrastructure, Azure infrastructure, and VMware infrastructure. This minimum to minimum 5 to 10 sessions are there, sir, actually. This I am planning as a webinar. Okay. Not okay, everyone?
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. See you tomorrow. See you at evening. Sorry. See you at evening. You will shortly will get the webinar link. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. In case you miss also, don't get things. There is a pre-recorded session, sir. Okay. And not only that one, sir. Within this week, everyone we will share one Google form. You need to update that form, sir, because we must and should understand your laptop configuration. Okay, how your laptop is like how much of core, how much of RAM, how much of your storage. Everything will collect your laptop information. Then I will let you know your laptop will suit for VM configuration or not. If not, you can practice everything on your local laptop, sir. Okay.
Can you please send me the documents?
Oh, I will share it, sir. After this, we'll get it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and this recording, when are you going to post this recording, today's recording?
Oh, within
Because I missed
3
it.
hours, because after this again I'm having one more session, Postgres.
Okay.
After that only I will render. Okay.
Okay.
Only this
Okay.
week.
I have.
Next week I will complete the Postgres, sir. Once we complete the SQL, within span of 20 to 25 minutes, the video will be uploaded.
Okay.
Within
Okay.
1 hour.
And one more thing. I have my laptop, which is 1 TB SSD drive, and I have my processor 3.4 gigahertz, and the RAM is 32 GB. That's fine, I think, for VM configuration, right?
Oh, it's absolutely fine to find. I don't have that much configurations. I thought to purchase a new laptop. Okay. Mostly I will
No, that's
purchase.
and also my desktop is also 1 TB, 32 GB as well.
Okay, great. So you can do, sir. Okay.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can do.
Okay. All right.
One small help in that case, okay? The people who are having good amount of RAM on your laptops, while you are going to spin the infrastructure, I will create the meeting invite once again, okay? And I will involve Sai into there. You can create, others can see, sir. Okay?
Okay.
One more time.
I created before. I now I have domain controller, server 1, server 2 is created. I created actually before, but I haven't done the clustering configuration.
Okay, we'll do it, sir. Okay?
Yeah,
You
we'll do
will
it
get
together.
everything from the scratch. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Thank you, Sibu.
So, yeah,
Okay.
thank you. So we will create everything from the scratch only. Okay, how to install the tool and how to spin the VM. Okay,
Sure.
how to shut down, how to start. Okay, everything will go scratch only so that you will become strong. How to save your time also, sir. I will save your time a lot here. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Sibuji.
We no need to spend that much time in the infrastructure level. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. See you at evening.
No problem. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Sir.
Thank you, Subbu.
Yeah. Thank you.